from Texas Children's Museum. It is Friday. It is August 28th, and it is hot outside today. What is our temperature today, Mr. Nathaniel?
Hold on. Hold on, that one pulled up.
Hang on, he's going to give us our temperature of today.
Alright, we are at 98 degrees, a high of 101 today around 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And we are going to be seeing that lowering down to a 97 at sunset, maybe even lower.
Ooh, that'd be nice. That would be nice. All right, we are still in prayer for all of these fires that are going on in Palo Pinto County, Erath County. Our prayers are with all the firefighters and the families and the ranchers and everyone that's going through this. I know that Palo Pinto County has stopped all donations at this time because we were going to take down some baby wipes because that's one thing on their list, and we were going to go to Sam's. We were at Sam's yesterday. I did bring some people on TikTok along with me as we bought tourist food yesterday evening. And I will tell you that we did find out that they have stopped all donations because they have received such an outpouring of donations for Palo Pinto, for the fire departments and rescuers down there, that they said they are holding off on all donations at this time. They said, we want to take some of your local fire department, that's fine, but they have held off on all donations at this time. All right. So prayers as always for those people that are involved in all that, and Jesus be with your families over there. The animals, I feel so bad. I was watching the ranchers take their cattle and drive them away from the fire force. So that was just one of the saddest things I have seen. It was so sad. So I felt really bad for them and everything that they're going through. I really do. So lots of prayers with you guys out there in Palo Pinto and now Erath County. Please remember that the Texas Agriculture Department, Department of Agriculture, is actually got a site up where you can get help with hay and feed and things like that. So if you did not know that, head on over to the Department of Agriculture, and they're setting that up ASAP. They start setting it up as soon as possible. All right, so today was a big day at Texas Children's Museum. It was a crazy day. It was a busy day. We were inundated. We had so many families today. So many little ones that were 5 and below, 7 and below. It was an amazing day because of this. Today was the Fort Worth Zoo Day. They came out and enjoyed the day here with the children, and it was a really awesome time. They actually bought animals for the kids to see. They did a whole presentation. They let kids touch and feel some bones and some other things. It was amazing. They had pelts. So thank you, Fort Worth Zoo. You made a phenomenal change for all the kids in Johnson County, Texas. They loved it all so much, and I want to thank you guys. I'm technically do for back there, guys. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for coming out today to Texas Children's Museum. I have posted those pictures on Facebook. So if you go onto Facebook, you will see them there, and I will be posting them to Instagram, Lemonade, YouTube, all the rest of them. I'll be uploading some videos very shortly this evening, but I have another meeting. I have a Zoom meeting this afternoon at 2 o'clock, so it's 1 o'clock now. I'm watching my time like a hawk, so I want to make sure that I have plenty of time to get to that next meeting. All right, so we have some thank yous to do, so let's go ahead and get our thank yous out of the way. So thank you to Chicken Express in Alvarado, Texas. Thank you so much, Ryan Moore. They will be doing the dinner for Texas Children's Museum on September 26th. So thank you to Ryan Moore, Chicken Express in Alvarado, Texas, for providing all the food for our dinner on September 26th. I want to make sure I personally thank you. We appreciate you and everything you are doing for that. It has been amazing to see all the outpouring of people that are coming across to help. All right, so we also want to thank and give a big shout out to HTO. Thank you, HTO in Cleburne, Texas. Thank you. They are the ones who are doing the sweet tea and the tea for our event on September 26th. So thank you to HTO. You guys are amazing. We appreciate you so very much. So thank you for being there. Thank you for coming out and blessing everybody with some nice sweet tea from HTO. All right, so we're going to thank the man who's above all men, who's in charge of everything here at Texas Children's Museum. If it wasn't for him, we would not have this museum. We would not be able to do the things that we do, make the moves that we do, everything we have, and that all goes to one man, Jesus Christ. So thank you, Lord Jesus Christ, for pouring into Texas actually have a Bible story hallway. We are the only ones with a Bible story hallway in the whole United States, the whole United States of America. We're the only ones with a Bible story hallway for children. All right. So when you give to Texas Children's Museum, you are building a forever home. So we want you to remember that you are building a forever home for all these families that pour in here to Texas Children's Museum. So help us build a forever home. All you have to do is give any contribution to Texas Children's Museum. We don't care if it's $1, $5, $2, $3. If you want to give, there's many ways you can do that. You can give by going to texaschildrensmuseum.org and hitting on the donation button, or you can go by doing the Cash App at TCM 789. So you can do that as well. I had someone who asked me to put up a Cash App for Texas Children's Museum, so it is solely for Texas Children's Museum, so you can do that. All right, our dinner is coming up very, very soon, and there are some great thank yous I need to make sure that we do today. All right, so we need to give a great, huge thank you to Representative Helen Kerwin. Thank you, Representative Helen Kerwin, for pouring into Texas Children's Museum, for giving back. She will be at our dinner on September 26th, along with 8 of her guests. Well, 7 of her guests. It's a actual table for 8, and she will be the primary guest at this table. So can't wait to see who she brings with her on September 26th. So thank you, Representative Helen Kerwin, for the state of Texas. We appreciate you coming in and supporting Texas Children's Museum. All right, we want to thank J.P. Morgan Wealth Management. J.P. Morgan Wealth Management gave $1,000, $320 for their table, and then the rest will go on the centerpieces and the tableware. So thank you to J.P. Morgan Chase Wealth Management. We appreciate you so much for giving and pouring back into Texas Children's Museum. Our next thank you goes, of course, to Center for ASD in Burleson, Texas. Center for ASD in Burleson, Texas. I want to give you a great big shout out and thank you so much for pouring into Texas Children's Museum. And our dinner will be happening on September 26th, and we can't wait to see who you invite for your table of 8. All right, next we're going to thank Worth Credit Union. Worth Credit Union gave $250. They did not do a table, but they wanted to give something. So they gave $250 to our building fund. So we thank you so much for giving to our building fund for Texas Children's Museum. So again, we want to thank you, Worth Credit Union. You guys are amazing. Sorry for the phone call. I'll make sure I stop real quick. All right, our next thank you. Oh my gosh, no. Our next thank you goes to the Refuge Church in Cleburne, Texas. I want to make sure I thank the Refuge Church in Cleburne, Texas. They gave $320 for their table of 8 for September 26th for our dinner. So we thank you so much because without all these donations, this would not be possible. You still have, we're wanting to have 150 people. So we have many tables to go. So we're hoping to get those tables sold off as soon as possible. Can you buy a seat just for yourself or a friend? Yes. Those seats at the dinner is going to be $40 a seat, and you can do that, of course. We do not have a problem with that. If you just want to purchase a ticket just for you and your friend, or you and your mom, or you and your dad, or whoever, yes, we do have a mom and a son who's coming. She wants to teach her little boy about giving back to the community, so she's going to purchase a $40 seat for her and a $40 seat for her little boy. She says it's a great way to teach her child to give back to the community. All right. If you are not aware, we do have a TCM photo wall. Our TCM photo wall is located over by the indoor sandbox and over by the Lego room right across from it. And I've had some little kids get upset if they don't see their picture on here. Like I said before, Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, if you want your child, grandchild's picture up there on that photo wall, please send it to me at TexasChildren'sMuseum@gmail. Or you can also send it by text to the museum number 729. It's 817-729-5351. Again, 817-729-5351. You can text me that photograph. I will print it out on photo paper and get it up on the photo wall for the TCM family photo wall. That is not a problem. I do not have a problem with that at all. All right. So next we want to make sure that we give a heartfelt We've been doing this all week in honor of Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton has passed. If you were not aware, she did pass away. And one of the biggest things she did is the Imagination Library. If you guys do not know what Dolly Parton's Imagination Library is, my grandkids get those books. And she believed in pouring back to the community as we do here at Texas Children's Museum. And she knew that doing that was reaching out to every child to make a difference in their life and the lives of the families around them. And so it's a great cause. She does have Imagination Library. It's still ongoing, and it will continue. It will continue on. Someone in her family's overtaken that job, and it is amazing. So I want to make sure that you guys were aware of that.
Gary Coleman that died recently too, if you know who he is.
Who?
Gary Coleman?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who was behind Optimus Prime and Eeyore.
Oh, yeah. That's sad. We had a lot have gone to heaven now with Jesus. So, yeah, well done, Dolly, well done. All right, so next is our fall hours. I keep trying to make sure people understand this. We are now open Wednesday 11 to 5, Thursday 11 to 5, Friday and Saturday 10 to 6. Once again, Wednesday 11 to 5, Thursday 11 to 5, Friday and Saturday 10 to 6. We are closed on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Mondays are for our special needs children who get to come into the museum, and Tuesdays are for our special needs adults who get to come into the museum. So, yeah, we have organizations that book those days. They call me in advance and say, hey, we want to book our group home. We want to book our children's home. And they will do that and get to come in on Mondays for children, Tuesdays for adults. So it's a really great way to get them to be able to have the museum to themselves. So we do a discounted rate for these large groups like this to come through. And they get to have a great day here. All right, next, Wednesday had this problem too. Okay, let's do it this way so you guys can see. Wednesday is Mommy and me. Thursdays are Grandma and me. See that? Wednesdays, Mommy. Thursdays, Grandma. So Wednesdays is Mommy and me, which is $10 a child, adults are free. And Thursday is Grandma and me, where it's $10 a child, adults are free. So, yeah, just try to keep those days separate. So, yeah, we'll make sure that we do that. Yeah.
And the hours being the same.
Yeah, yeah.
The only difference is in the title.
All right. Everyone asked about donations as well as our bank. You can go to Southside Bank in Cleveland, Texas if you wish, or in Fort Worth and Dallas. You can go to any Southside Bank and you can give to Texas Children's Museum. And you're going to tell them you want to give to Texas Children's Museum Building Fund. That's what you want to say. I want to give to the Building Fund. And it is a lockdown account. So we can't get to that account. We have to wait on it to actually reach $100,000. Guys, I'm not going to go on live with anybody on TikTok. I've tried to make this abundantly clear. I love that you guys want me to do that, but I am actually on YouTube at the same time with many, many children and families, so that's an absolute no on TikTok right now. Okay? All right. So I'm going to once again let you guys know about this. Our dinner is September 26th. All right, and it is $320 a table, and it is $40 a seat. These are the invitations. I made sure I put out a large one. These are the invitations. This is what they look like. So you will be receiving many organizations and companies have already received this. So yes, it is $320 a table, $40 a seat, and all that does come back to Texas Children's Museum. And when you give to us, we're going to make sure that your company and your organization gets mentioned on all the social media platforms. We will make sure to do that, so there's no worries there. From TikTok to Facebook to Instagram to LinkedIn to X to True Social to YouTube to Lemonade, you will be mentioned on all social media platforms for your business and your organization that you gave back to Texas Children's Museum. That is free advertising for you and also a tax deduction for you because we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization.
We should actually put those links in the description at some point.
I do need to put those links in the description. All right, so next is we just sold one of these again today. We had a family that had never been here, and they're like, I want to pass right now. It's $120 for an entire year. $120 for 4 kids and 2 adults for the entire year to come into Texas Children's Museum. You can also do a $70 pass, which is called a one-on-one. So it's just one child, one adult for $70 for the entire year, and you can add additional children to these passes, either one. for $38 a child. And I had a mom today who was just so overjoyed at this. Oh, sorry. Um, she was stunned because I let families, like I had, the mom has an older child, a younger child, and she saw them let her bring in her little walker for her child and use the walker for her kid. She was like amazed. She goes, "Can I do that?" Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys.
I was surprised you mentioned that the membership is deducted from your initial entry fee.
Yeah. Like she came in today, she had 3 kids, so $12 a child. We took what she had put in already for this day,
36.
and so we actually put it towards her membership for the entire year. Because she was afraid when she got to the counter she was going to have to pay, $120. And I said, no, we're going to deduct what you already paid today. I said, you just can't come back tomorrow and do that. It has to be today. So she went ahead and purchased a pass because she was amazed. She was like, wait, we can bring in our own lunches?
Yeah.
Yes. Wait, we can go out to eat and come back with our bands? Yes. She was like, and there's no special socks or time limit?
No.
No, there's
Well,
not.
I mean, other than closing, but
Yeah, other than closing at 6 o'clock, but otherwise than that, you can stay all day. You can come at 10 a.m. and you can leave at 6 p.m. You can go out to lunch and come back, dinner, come back. I don't care. That's up to you guys. Totally up to you guys. It's okay. I'm not like the other museums out here like, oh no, don't bring your food and drinks inside. You can bring your food and drinks inside. We have tables inside. Leave them there at the tables. If they are in cups that are like this, parents, if you've got one of these cups, any kind of Stanley cup, whatever, I don't care if you bring these in. I don't care. Bring them into the museum. Walk around with yours.
By the way.
Buy one of these in the store if you need one. Go to the store and purchase one of these. These are great. If you're worried about the kids spelling, buy one of these from the store. We don't have a problem with that either. It is okay.
Yeah, so
All
as
this,
far as keychain is gone,
yeah,
as long as
yeah.
you work out your accident, you got dragged with some of my
Yeah.
friends over.
This is actually these are great prices. They're only $5. Which I think $5 is a good deal.
Yeah.
And then you keep them for the entire year, entire time, keep coming back for it, bring your cups, advertise for it. It's great.
After the purchase, so it's theirs
Yeah.
for
Don't
however
forget,
long
we
it lasts.
still have some tie-dye t-shirts left. I ask people ask about these. Yes, we still have some tie-dye t-shirts left.
Yep.
So make sure you head over there and buy a tie-dye t-shirt from Nathaniel in the store. We do ask that you don't let your children play with the toys in the store. They can play with everything in the museum, just not in the store until they are purchased. All right. So on September 26th, we're going to be having Trisha Gillen. She is on TikTok. If you have not seen her, she plays beautiful music. She does a great job. So she'll be doing some worship music that night, and along with some other songs. So I hope to see you there for Texas Children's Museum dinner. Thank you, Trisha Gillen, for coming out and blessing us with some music for that night. When you go online to TexasChildren'sMuseum.org, you will, of course, see this one that says reserve a seat. This is your button that you will press to reserve a seat, which is $40 a seat, and that includes your dinner that night, and you're going to get to hear a lot of great stories, see a lot of great stuff that's happening at Texas Children's Museum, and plans for our future. And then you will see this button, which is for a table. A table is $320, and that is for a table of 8. So please remember that. That's for a table of 8 people. And it's a good cause, and it is a tax-deductible donation. So I try to remind everybody every single time that the reason that you give is not, you're supporting the kids. This is who you're supporting. This is who you're supporting. I want to make sure you guys understand. You're supporting the children in the community when you give to Texas Children's Museum. This is the best way I know to let you guys see. These are the children. These are the children that love and adore this place, who call it home. The kids who come in and kick off their shoes and run to the museum. Parents who are like, well, there went my kid. Yeah, this is their place. We will be bringing this back. Even though, like I said before, it's a mess. We're going to bring back the foam machines. We have 2 large foam machines. We'll be bringing it back out for spring break in 2027. We'll be bringing those back out because everyone had a great time. So, yeah, make sure that you come on out to Texas Children's Museum if you have never been. If you have never been to Texas Children's Museum, come out here. Come see what we're doing. We're not the run-of-the-mill, government-funded children's museum where everything is state of the art and lots of buttons to push and lots of, none of the push button stuff. We are all hands on, from the play kitchen to the room in there, the soccer pool, the puppet theater, foosball tables, the Hot Wheels room, the epic battle room, as the boys call it, the indoor sandbox, the light room. Oh my goodness, the Lego room. I have so many Legos. Let's talk about that for a second. We have so many Legos. I don't know what that's about. That needs to be stopped. Can you go tell Dad at the front, please? Sorry, guys. Interruption. We have some kids who are really running. I need to make sure I get them with their parents because I don't know if parents know where their kids are at the minute. So, I think I need to get someone over there from the museum to make sure that they're not running through because these floors, I mop them every night and at close, and then I mop them in the morning. And I will tell you, these floors are slick. I don't want to see kids run and fall. It's just not what I want to see. Yeah, it's not good. So make sure he takes care of that. So this is what you get for being live at Texas Children's Museum. All right, so we still have one more day to go on our podcast because today is Friday. So we have tomorrow and Saturday. How can you get on the show and the podcast here at Texas Children's Museum? That is so simple. All you have to do is show up here at 1 o'clock or 12:45 on any Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, and you can make sure that you've seen the museum, you've walked the museum, you know what we're about, and you can come in and see it, and then you sign in. You have to sign in. It is so important. Sign in because you will be on video, and I usually do TikTok at the same time, so be aware that you will be on both at the same time. So make sure that you are aware of that. So yeah, sign in, and then you can jump onto the podcast, and we will talk about the Children's Museum. Hi, Sugar. That is not a problem. Sorry, I got a little one who's standing and staring me down over there. All right. So make sure on your way to go to the store that you do stop into our Texas History Hallway. It is amazing. I have used the tortoises to tell the story of Texas history, and it is so absolutely adorable to me. I think it is adorable. So make sure that you stop down the hallway and you see the Texas Children's Museum, Texas History Hallway. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to call them that. Sorry, guys. This is live, so it's what you get. When you are in the store down there, don't forget to see our makeup that is from TikTok. Yeah. I have some TikTok makeup that is for sale for the older girls. They asked me if I could get some of the stuff that was for sale on TikTok, and yes, we did. And yes, it's available for sale in our store. So make sure you stop on in there and see that. All right. Last of all, we are getting requests for field trips because my understanding is from all the schools, I've said this before, they're wanting to get field trips booked for the entire year. They're wanting teachers to get those field trips booked no later than October for the rest of the year. And I understand that because they said April is STAR testing and they want to make sure that they get way ahead of the game this year. And they're trying to get pricing, and they're trying to get as low a field trip as they can with every organization that they're going to. Whether it's our museum, a zoo, or otherwise, they're trying
to push everything
yeah,
out, right, initially.
Yeah, they're trying to. And yes, thank you, Godly ISD, for booking your field trip on in. We can hold up to like, what, 500,000 kids at a time.
You haven't paid for this somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to pay. But
you have paid for somewhere about this.
yeah, right here.
Okay.
We've had 140 at one time from Burleson ISD. That's not a big deal for us. And it's an all-day event. So, and we do have tables set up where you can have lunches. And we do have a picnic area outside where you can have lunches. You can alternate if you want to, or you can split them up. Say we have some inside, some outside, and the weather is nice. If not, you can all sit in here. That's not a big deal. Okay. Let me see. I think that's about it. I did have a woman who was like shocked at our birthday parties today. She was like, "Wait, do you know anything about the birthday parties?" I said, "Well, yeah. What would you like to know?" She goes, "Am I reading this right?" And what she had was this card. She actually bought it to me at the front desk and was like, "This right here, is it only the $25?" I said, "It's $25 non-refundable deposit, and then $12 a child. That's it." She goes, that's it? I said, that's it. And you can pick 12 to 1, 1 to 2,
Say if you have
2
wick,
to
you
3,
know.
3 to 4, 4 to 5, huh?
Say if you have wick or snap, you know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm yawning today. If you have WIC, if you are a WIC family, a WIC participant, all you have to do is let me know at the front desk or my husband, and you get in for $5 for your children. The same thing with,
4 or under.
yeah, 4 and under. WIC is only available for children birth to 4 years. It stops when these children turn 5, which I don't understand. I'll be honest with you. Let me tell you why I don't understand that. Because my children were on WIC. And I had 4 kids, my husband had 4 children, and I will tell you that little bit of supplement that they do does come in handy from the milk and the vegetables, and I know it's not very much, but it does help. And so if you're a low-income family and you're struggling, that little bit really does help. So, yeah, I don't understand why WIC says only until you're 4 and then it cuts off. And they said it's because the kids go to public school, and public school supplies breakfast and lunches. Not all kids actually qualify for free meals in the state of Texas. I know they don't. Because me and my husband, I was a stay-at-home mom, and they still said my husband made a little bit too much. It was like $2, and they didn't qualify. And so, yeah, struggle was real. So I understand the state on one hand, but on the other, I think they should extend it to their 5 years of age. Personal belief. That's it. All right, if you're on the SNAP program, same thing applies. If you show us your SNAP, and we have to match your ID to your SNAP card, then you can get your children in for only $5 a child, and adults are absolutely free. So I want you guys to remember that. Anything else you can think of, Nathaniel?
No.
I can't think of anything else
Unless you
either.
want to go over specific rules to get them, but yeah, I don't think we really have. I'd be inclined to do that right now, or like keep things in their area. Don't
Yeah.
like the play food.
Yeah.
Don't take things
From room to room.
from room. Don't move the furniture. Don't stand on the furniture. Please stop stealing our vet animals.
Please stop stealing our veterinary hospital
It's not
animals.
like just. It's not just
Please
like
don't do
just
that.
please stop.
Just
This is a
stop.
continued issue.
Yeah, just stop, guys. Just don't take the vet animals out of the animal hospital. We are in need of bird stuffed animals. We're in need of frog stuffed animals.
Gone.
We have one bird. One bird.
One bird,
And
no
do you guys
frog.
know what I have found out? It is hard to find bird stuffed animals.
Yeah.
It just is. Same thing with frogs. I cannot believe how hard it is to find
It's
frog
probably the
stuffed
first
animals.
room to have security cameras in it. I'll be honest.
It will be the first room to have security cameras. Yeah. Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah. Please make sure that you guys, if you're out and about shopping and you see some bird stuffed animals, send them our way. Please, we're out of birds. And if you
Find
see
them for
frog
your
stuffed
kids and
animals.
have them not steal from us.
Yeah. I think they don't realize some of them, but some of them are pretty big, so I don't know how they got out here with them. But, that's to be
Yeah.
determined. But yeah, I think that's about it for today. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day, because I'm getting dinged for my meeting already. And so I've got to meet with Rural Texas and see what they have going on. So, YouTube, I will see you later. Have a blessed and wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock.